Alright, in this video I'm gonna show you the molecule cluster of water. What is molecule cluster? Because their size in the drinking water, the water comes in different size. People will say, what? This is impossible. Because when you look at the water, you won't see the size. You have to go into the lab, you go into the high frequency, something like an MRI machine. They use frequency to test it. But we don't need this high tech to find out what is the molecule cluster. But here's the thing I want to clarify is H2O will always be H2O. I cannot break H and O away. Because when H2O break become H and O become hydrogen and oxygen, it's no more water. But what I'm talking here is molecule cluster. Water doesn't come alone. Water molecule doesn't come alone. Because of the hydrogen bonding, they always come in a group. It's the size of the group that matters. But on natural water, I mean the water from the tank, they're usually in the cluster of 15 to 16 molecules. But if you look at the water that melt from the snow, because snow is what? Hexagon. So that is the smallest size cluster possible, which is very healthy, easy for absorption, which is only consists of 5 to 6 molecules in a group. We call the molecule water cluster. But now I'm going to show you how calcium ion can break down the molecule cluster into 5 to 6 on normal water. First I can break down. So I will just use distilled water. But just in case if you wonder, let me compare mineral water as well. This is mineral water. Okay. This is mineral water. Okay, and then this is distilled water. This is distilled water. Okay, all equal. So now, just like what I've done before, I make this water become calcium ion water, which is alkaline, antioxidant, and small molecule cluster. So I add in a little bit of calcium ion element here, just a tiny little bit. You can see the full calcium is here. Just put a little bit. You can just actually put it too much already, but it's fine. So it makes the water become calcium ion water. So what is the difference? Terms of water molecule cluster. How am I going to prove it? I'm not going to bring a machine here to test the frequency or what. So this is not, you don't need rocket science. I just use traditionally called tea leaf. Okay, how can I show it? Because tea leaf contains the tea color when we got the tannin. So why when you want to prepare tea, why you have to boil the water? Because when you boil the water becomes active. So the water molecule break down. And the cluster breakdown becomes 5 to 6. That's why you can go into the tea leaf and bring up the color. It can penetrate inside. Because that's why you need to boil the water. But this tea water is at room temperature, at least slightly cold. So if the water molecule cluster is small, it can penetrate inside the tea leaf fast and bring up the color fast. In other words, whichever come up the color fast, means the molecule cluster is smallest, which is good of body. Alright. Now I put the same amount of tea leaf here. So I put a little bit here. This is mineral water. This is distilled water. This is calcium ion water. Okay. Alright. Now I let Mr. Mineral Water run first. You will see maybe there's no color come out. Maybe after another 30 minutes or 1 hour you will see a bit. But distilled water is more or less same as mineral water. There's no, because the water is cold and the molecule cluster is cold. So they cannot penetrate the tea leaf by itself. So, and then let's take a look at calcium ion water. Wow, huge difference. So it means the calcium ion water is already in a small molecule cluster size, which means it's easy for absorption. Because you drink water is not for the sake of running to the toilet to come up in from the urine. You drink water because you need the water to be absorbed into the bloodstream, and at the same time it carries together the nutrients to the cells around the body, and after that bring the toxic from the cells back to your bloodstream and then sent to be thrown out from the sweat or urine or even through your bowel movement. So that's the purpose of drinking water. 70% of our body is liquid. Again, 70%. So you need to drink the right water. Otherwise, no matter how much you drink, it's not absorbed, or it's not absorbed effectively. This one you might, in other words, if you drink 1 glass of calcium water, is as effective as you drink maybe 4 or 5 glasses. So this is how important drinking small molecule cluster water